Be seated. MashaAllah. Hello. Hello. How are you? Fine? Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not bad.
How's Ibrahim and his family?
Good.
They are fine?
Yeah, fine.
When did you meet them last?
Last week.
Last week. I received a very pleasant letter from his daughter after returning from here. She wrote me a very, very good letter indeed. And she was very happy with Ahmadiyyat and everything she saw about it. Hello. How are you?
Okay.
Okay? Fine. So shall we start? Who will introduce them first?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, rahmatullah.
So we're very glad to see you again. I'm very glad. And my Bosnian also.
Yes. Today there are some new faces, mashallah.
Yes.
You're most welcome. Tell them all on my behalf that I'm very happy to receive them. I would like them to introduce themselves, or somebody else should introduce them. Speak in Bosnian, I mean. Say, you'll say that?
Yes.
Please do.
Da se svi predstavite.
Closer.
Da se svi predstavite ili da vas neko predstavi. Sad.
Postavi nas ti.
Pored.
Najprije Hus.
Assalamu alaikum. Moje ime je Huso Spahić. Rodom sam iz Semizovca kod Sarajeva i sada sam trenutno u Ekolsu kod Manchestera. Tu živim sa porodicom, sa ženom i dvoje djeci.
His name's Husus Pahic.
Yeah.
His name's Husus Pahic. He used to live near Sarajevo. Right now he lives in Eccles in Manchester with his family.
And what is his profession?
Šta radiš?
Sad trenutno ne radim ništa.
Profesija šta?
Inače.
Inače sam trgovac po profesiji.
He used to be some kind of a shopkeeper. Assistant.
Now, it doesn't work.
I see nowadays, yes. Right.
Vlasnik.
Well, I didn't ask what he's working, whether he's working nowadays or not. I said, what's his profession?
Maja.
No, what was his occupation before he came here?
Oh,
What's the, right?
yeah.
Next, would you introduce him to you?
Jel ja? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Ja sam Fadil Durić iz Foče. Teško sam ranjen u Goraždu. 1. septembar 1992. godine.
Neću imati.
Izbijena vilica, oko, ovdje povrede. Imao 2 operacije u Zagrebu, 2 operacije u Manchesteru i još 3 operacije čekam. Hoćemo prevoditi, ne imamo.
Hoću.
Bring it closer.
Još 3 operacije čekam u Manchesteru ovdje. Moja familija, žena i 2 ćerke u Zenici. Jedna ćerka poginula u Sarajevu u ambulanti radeći. Ostalo 2 djece siročad, maloletno. Propatio sam strašno. Ovdje nema nikoga od familije da me primi. Tu sam od slučaja do slučaja. Neđe u 11. mjesecu imao sam sreće da sam potrefio na ovu 2 ljudi iz Ahmedija koji su me dosta pomogli vozeći u bolnicu. Sad sam u Boltonu. I nanišao sam na prave ljude. Nisu pravi pojedinci što optužuju Ahmedije, oni su sa osjećajem ljudi koji pomažu ljudima. Mi smo to bar iz Bosne osjetili. Sad sam u Boltonu kod jednog čovjeka i to 1, 2, 3 mjeseca. I dalje mi ne znam gdje da boravim. Ispada od slučaja do slučaja moj život. Eto, jedino imam brige kod njih dvojice koji mi valjaju. Pokretao sam pitanje vize, dolazak moje žene Doter i 2 ćerke Zenice i za ovo 2 unčad. To mi je u Londonu, on neki advokat pokrenuo i nikad ništa od toga. Na sve strane se obraćao. Moje pitanje invalidnine isto nije riješeno. Imaju neki koji su manje ranjeni više od mene. Zato nije imao ko. Tako da sam i materijalno svuđe, na primjer, treba da platim prevoz, treba prevodioca, nema. Imam te velike poteškoće. Ja treba da pošaljem porodici nešto. To je djecu Zagreba, ali nemam. Da vam pravo kažem, nisam, dobio sam od jednog hođe 10 funti, dobio sam pomoć od Ahmedija, 2 po 100 funti. I hvala im. To ja ne zaboraviti. I drugim sam pričao.
Would you remember all this?
I will help her if she,
Yes, please do.
because I know all this story.
Yes, okay. Why don't you take it in your hand and...
Because she is young, I would like to training her to do
No, I
translate.
know. All right. If she doesn't remember everything, then you take it. Okay, please.
Kako se preziva?
Durić Fadl,
His name's Doric Fardil.
iz Foče,
He's from Foča and
teški ranjevi
he was badly hurt
u Goraždu.
in Gorazde.
Bomb blast or...
Glas. Bomba, tudala.
Tek granata,
Granate.
tek granata.
Grenade. Yeah.
Bomb blast.
Ja sam ranjen na ratištu.
It was hurt when he was trying to save his
He can be a good
country.
translator, you see. Already he is speaking up very quickly.
Uho, ne čujem i ovdje dolje imam.
His eyes, he can't see, he can't hear properly, and he's got something here hurting. Yeah.
Imam teške bolove od udarca granata u glavi
He's got bad headaches,
i teško dišem, jer ovo mi naša rafna, čitava vilica.
and he can hardly breathe.
Imao sam razne, išao sam 31 put na specijalističke preglede.
It's been 31 times on
Manchester.
special, like
Imao
special
sam poteškoće za
occasions,
prevodioce.
and he couldn't find anyone to help him with the language.
Od
Tell him I'll give him some homeopathic medicine as well, inshallah. I didn't know of this, otherwise I might have sent him much earlier. So, inshallah, I'll try to help him as much as possible. But can't he see even a flicker of light? Can he see anything, a little bit or no?
He can see a bit on his left eye now because he had the
With the left eye,
operation.
yes.
Yeah.
He can see the faces
Moratawid Lita. So Moratawid Dinarata.
mogu
Yeah.
sam primijetiti.
and also can count the fingers.
Maratabrad
Aj, pet.
That's
Bristol.
right, yes.
Yeah.
So that's much better now.
With the
Previously he
glass.
had lost his sight totally.
Yeah.
And but God has given him another sight, which is, better than any other sight, which is just materialistic. I mean, to see with eyes is good, but to see with inner eyes, to recognize the light of God when one sees one, that is the superior type of sight I'm talking about. And he has been blessed by Allah with that sight, because I'm told that in England he is the first Bosnian who accepted Ahmadiyyat. Is that right?
Yeah,
Is that right? Or were you the... that is what I debated. You know, Mansoor Shah, Dr. Mansoor Shah was discussing this with me as I was reaching here, and I thought I remembered Farha was the first, and he said no. When a conference of some session with the Bosnians held in Birmingham, and Sabina from Sweden arrived here, she spoke on Ahmadiyyat, and he was the first to stand up and say, I belong here. So, but Mansoor Shah didn't know that my visit to Bartley happened to be much before that. And during that visit you had become Ahmadi, correct? When we had discussed, you translated me immediately afterwards. Fine?
First in Manchester, first from Manchester.
You can remember much more than
I'm
me.
talking of England. Mansoor Shah just told me, as I was coming here, that he happens to be the first Bosnian Ahmadi in whole of England. So I didn't agree with him. I said, no, to my knowledge, Farih Farha is the first one.
Yeah.
But
I
he
think-
insisted, no, it is he who is the first one.
He is man first.
Huh?
Maybe man.
Among
first.
men.
And baby.
We are talking of human beings. Among human beings, you are the first. Right? Okay. Please continue.
da nastavimo.
Just just tell him this much,
Gde prevetinju?
that all the Bosnians in Birmingham,
Šta je rekao?
Manchester,
Yeah.
he is the first Ahmadi, so in that regard his sight is better than all others.
U Manchesteru ste vi bili prvi čovjek da je to potpisao, da budete Ahmadija.
Da vam nešto kažem o Ahmedijama.
S te strane te Allah blagoslovio.
Ja.
Da ne
Hvala.
možeš vidjeti, ali puno je
Thank
veliko
you.
blago da možeš ipak na jedno oko vidjeti. Ali te Allah blagoslovio da vidiš drugu stranu života, da prepoznaš što je dobro.
Da rečem nešto. Izuzetno mi je drago da se nalazi danas na ovom skupu ovdje privoditi
He's really happy to be here today.
i baš sa našim poglavarom koji je glavni za Ahmedije čitava svijeta, to je nešto veliko, najviše.
And to be with you, the main person in our world for Ahmadiyya.
Ja sam imao sreće, pored toga što sam ostao živ. Sam ti privodio.
Was happy.
Before that he's still alive.
Da sam neđe,
Not died.
polovicom 11. mjeseca, da sam neđe polovicom 11. mjeseca prošle godine privodio.
He was lucky in 11th month, about half the month.
Upoznao na preporuku dvojici ljudi, Malika i Amara,
He met two people, Anwar and Malik.
koji su došli da me posjete u stan
They came to visit him in his house.
i od tada me redovno vuku na pregled u bolnicu.
And now from then they take him to a hospital or anywhere he needs to go.
Platili su mi 2 paketa koje sam spakovao, ovo dvoje siročačnim ostalo. Sam poslao hrane i odjeće za Zagreb,
They
poštarinu.
paid for him 2 packets to send to Croatia for 2 children,
I još 2
Children. He has some children there in Croatia.
grandchildren.
u Zagrebu. I još 2 puta me pomagali, pošto sam bio u teškom
Are they in
materijalnom
Zagreb?
Yeah.
I još 2 puta me pomagali. Jesu, u Zagrebu. Dvoje samo, bez majke i oca.
You see, only our Khuddam team is going to visit Bosnia very soon. So if any of the Bosnians among you, and he particularly is in my mind, want to send them something, some relatives, something from here, they would carry them with, with pleasure. And they are going first to Zagreb. From there, they will reach Sarajevo.
Do they go to Sarajevo?
And
Direct?
they'll have, they are taking 8 trucks of food and other supplies with them. So they told, last night, the Sadr of Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, the president of Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya told me that they can take any gifts or presents, anything, messages along if they give them the address of the person to whom they want to convey something or some message.
Ako ko hoće da šta pošalje tamo u Zagrebu, tamo kome ili Hrvatskoj negdje, oni će sad idu prvo tamo u Zagreb i dadnete adresu, nose hranu za Sarajevo. I dadnete adresu i oni će mogu odnijeti nešto ili nešto.
Dobro.
Also, I think when you remind them, if he gives their address to the team which is going, they will also have a video picture with them and talk with them and bring that video with them back, and it will make him happy and relieved about this state.
I možete im reći adresu i mogu snimiti vam familiju i da vam posle kaset donesu da vam bude fino.
To ću raditi, recite, daću adresu, kome sam da se obratim tu.
Yeah, we'll give the address.
Next lady on your left, who's she?
Juma. Hi, preacher.
Sam da završim još, dobro, hoćem Fara, još sam nekoliko stvarčice.
Završi.
Ja vas zamolio, ako možete nešto,
Something else?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
ako može nešto da mi pomognete u vezi dobavka porodice, jer ima šansi da mi dođe žena.
Please, if you can help me on this way to take my family to Britain. Join me.
We'll discuss of this later.
Mi ćemo razgovarati o tome kasnije, ne možemo sada.
After this meeting,
Poslije ovog mitinga.
Imam Sahib would note down all the particulars and the ways whatever ways are at our means
koji
and
uopšte
are
postoji
available to
put
us,
koji bude
whatever
odgovarajući za nas.
means are available to us, we'll try them, inshallah, and we'll try to help, although in such situation one cannot make a promise.
Ali mi u nikom slučaju ne možemo dati nikakvo obećanje, što god bude odgovaralo za nas i
We
kakva
promise
mogućnost.
to try to help. That is more.
Mi obećamo da ćemo probati pomoći.
Okay. Thank you.
Eto, toliko bi ja imao. Hvala vam, osjećam se zadovoljan u vašoj sredini.
I'm very glad to be in this unity. Are you?
Mislim da nijesu u pravu pojedini Pakistanci.
Some people are not in a right way. Why they spoke against you?
Prema vama, što nije korektno.
It's not correct to go against you. He feels you are nice people. Ahmed, you are good people.
He's quite happy, he's satisfied
Yeah.
at his decision of being with us, and he feels safe and happy. I'm so glad. But those who are against us, that is not a sign of our being wrong, because he should ask them, was there ever in the history of mankind a prophet of God who was welcomed by the people, against whom people did not turn? So just one question will disarm them totally.
Samo jedno pitanje da pitaš te koji proganjaju njih, je li ikad došao neko sa porukom od Boga da ga nisu proganjali? Ili da govori istinu da ga nisu ljudi proganjali?
You see, if there is some madman making a claim, nobody takes care.
Ako neki ludi čovjek nešto govori, niko neće brinuti o njemu.
When somebody is from God and he appears to be rising and spreading the message across to the whole world, then people get worried, and only then
Ako neko
they
dođe od
oppose
Boga
that man's claims and views, and also his community seriously, and threaten to destroy him.
Ako neko dođe od Boga i govori ljudima šta je pravo, šta nije pravo, i ako ga ljudi slijede, onda ljudi budu zabrinuti oko toga i onda ga počnu proganjati.
But they cannot, like he has seen himself.
Ali ne mogu, kao što si ti vidio lično.
Samo nešto da bi rekao uz rata u Bosni. Pošto i vi treba da znate, recimo.
I would like just to tell something more about war in Bosnia.
Treba da znate, vi ste naš musliman
You
brat.
have to know because you are our brother
Kao što smo i
Muslim.
mi svi. Ovaj rat koji se dešava u Bosni.
This war which happened in Bosnia.
3 miliona muslimana.
About 3 million Muslim people.
To je plan Engleske, Francuske.
It was plan Britain and France and America.
Pa i Amerike. Amerike, sve je to strategijski razrađeno.
It was strategic plan.
Ranije razrađeno.
Strategic. Thank you.
Jer jugoslovenska armija, koja je bila 4. u Evropi, kao sila naoružana, okrenula se protiv jednog naroda od 3 miliona bez oružja.
Because one very big army against their own people and against us.
To su sve hladnokrvno gledali Francuzi, Englezi.
So everybody just look at it and...
आपकी कैमरे की अरेंजमेंट सेटिस्फैक्टरी नहीं है। जब दो बोल रहे हैं, एक कैमरे को उस तरफ रहना चाहिए, एक कैन की तरफ, और जो कंट्रोल कर रहा है उसको चाहिए साथ साथ बदलता रहे। लेकिन जहाँ एम्फेसिस होना चाहिए वहाँ नहीं रहा।
Jer se išlo s tim ciljem da se uništimo mi muslimani. Pa su nas raselili u jedno 30 država. U 30 država, između ostalo, eto, ta Engleska primila je oko 10.000 izbjeglica.
So many people must left country and homes. So most of them came to Britain.
That I'm fully aware of the situation of Bosnia, its background, what's happening now, and what are the plans of the world.
Ja sam potpuno upoznat sa situacijom u Bosni, kakav je plan bio, šta se događalo i događa.
In touch with the high officials of Bosnia.
I u direktnom kontaktu sa
political leadership, as well as with the United Nations.
Sa našim vođama, liderima.
And embassies from America, Canada, Europe.
I kontaktu sa
as to the latest situation in Bosnia from their own sources. So I know it very well. The only thing I can say in this regard is we are doing whatever we can all over the world.
Dakle, rekao je da je bio u kontaktu sa našim visokim funkcionerima i sa našim vođama i bio je informisan od mnogih Ahmedija širom svijeta, tako da vrlo dobro zna šta se je događalo i od samog početka i stalno je u toj situaciji, prati situaciju. Mi radimo sada najbolje što možemo da vam pomognemo.
On the measures we take to help the Bosnians, and also the rest of the Muslim world, they're also trying to help as much as they can, but we trust only in prayer, and we do hope and believe that once God has decided for the trial to be over and for the new break of the break of the new morning, new day in Bosnia, then it will happen, inshallah.
Ja znam da i drugi muslimani vama pomažu, ali mi se pored toga što činimo u materijalnom smislu, misli to koliko god možemo da vam pomognemo, mi zaista vjerujemo da samo Allah dželešanu može to promijeniti, da je sve to u njegovim rukama i zaista se nadamo da će puknuti, osvanuti jedno jutro kada će to biti riješeno, kada će biti završeno.
God will not abandon you, because I have seen Bosnians, I have met them at large in Europe and everywhere, and I know them from the general, experience, that they are a very good people, they are a brave people.
Moje generalno iskustvo, ja sam vidio Bosance i upoznao, moje generalno iskustvo s Bosancima je da su oni krasni ljudi, vrlo ljubazni, fini.
Very open-hearted, very patient, and such qualities are never permitted to be destroyed by God.
I sve ti kvaliteti, takvi ljudi koji imaju kvalitete, takve osobine, neće biti uništeni od Boga.
So I have no doubt whatsoever that God will keep you alive as a people, as a nation. And inshallah, after everything is settled, you will return to a new, much greater Bosnia.
I on se nada da ćemo
from height to height.
Poslije ovoga se vratiti u bolji život u Bosni, ićemo sve više i više.
Now, shall we turn to her?
Yeah.
Samo narešte dvije riječi rečem u vezi arapskih zemalja i završili smo. Ja kao pojedinac i kao musliman zamjeravam arapskim zemljama da su nas malo mogli u Bosni. Mogli su prevoditi bar.
I'm very surprised about Islam country, Arabic country, why they don't help us much more, because he believes they could do much more.
I've already spoken on this subject so many times. They have their problems. They appear to be free countries, but they are not. They are controlled through remote control by the West, by the superpowers. And they're not as free as they think they are. Otherwise, what happened during the Gulf War could not have happened like that. So he should understand their limitations, but still underhand, under the surface, they are trying something to do. And that is why they have exerted some influence now on American opinion, and things are gradually changing. So I agree with him, they did not do what they should have done, and I agree also that what they did was not enough, they could have done more. But unfortunately, they are not a free people.
On kaže da oni nisu slobodni ljudi, kao što oni misle da su slobodne zemlje i slobodni, oni to nisu jer su oni kontrolirani od Amerike. On se slaže s tobom da su trebali i mogli uraditi puno više, da nije dovoljno urađeno, ali se nada da će moguće Amerika da možda nešto uradi. Ali trebaš znati da oni nisu slobodni ljudi, da su oni kontrolirani od Amerike.
Jer je jak Iran, Egipat, Turska.
So many Islamic country, very strong country, they are rich country, but
embargo na Ameriku, naftu i
they can push America and do something.
They have not done it and they could not have done it.
Oni nisu to uradili i ne mogu to uraditi zato
they don't say it in so many words, but they know it in their hearts that they cannot go against the will of America. They would rather go against the will of God, because they know God would like them to act and they have not acted. So, but this is something I don't want to enlarge upon. It's a very sad subject.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't over much criticize unnecessarily. I know they have been helping financially, the government through United Nations and in other ways, although it's very little, but they have been doing something.
Oni rade nešto, međutim, ono što je prije rekao, da su oni ograničeni od Amerike i da ne mogu raditi ono što su trebali.
Embargo on arms, what could they do? They know that if any Muslim country attempted to break the embargo, the whole of the Western might will be brought to bear upon that one single country. And they know they're helpless. So these things are not said in so many words, they should be understood.
Šta kaže za embargo?
I think you better do this, and from then on she was not ready.
Because her English is much better than mine.
You think so?
Yeah.
English would be right, but your translation quality is much better.
Yeah. Because my Bosnian is a little better than her. Da bi bilo koja islamska zemlja prekinula taj embargo, oni bi svi na tu zemlju, kao što je bilo iskustva iz prošlim vremenima. Oni bi svi navali na tu zemlju.
Saddam Hussein, good. Naoružava se.
I would like you
ne boji se nikoga. Takvi nama treba islam.
Microphone to that lady, because there's some others to be introduced.
And be gentlemen, please.
Tell him this in Bosnian.
Kaže da te moli sad da predaš ovaj mikrofon ovoj gospođi ovdje pored mene.
I love to discuss these things with you, but here the time is short.
Ja volim ovu diskusiju s tobom i sviđa mi se, međutim vrijeme je ograničeno.
Selam alejkum. Ima nas 9, imam porodicu. Ramić, Đuma.
My family is about 9 member.
9 nas ima.
Number of my family.
Živimo u Stockportu.
We lives in Stockport.
Yes. Imamo Anvara.
We have Anvar.
I Mubarka.
And Mubarak.
Pomažu nam.
They help us.
Šta tu još? Imamo u Bosni.
When they say Anwar, we have them. Somebody should have moved the camera to Anwar's place. So the rest of the world should know who Anwar is. This is the president of Manchester United. How long have you been the president?
Dragi uzor, ja tebe pitam.
Long time.
There, Huzur.
Ja. Šta ću reći, dragi uzor, mi tebe pitam. Dragi uzor, mi tebe pitam.
There, Huzur, we ask you.
Hoće li se ovo završiti u Bosni?
In your opinion, will this war stop in Bosnia?
Of course it's going to stop, but how long we have to suffer more is Allah knows best.
Naravno da će prestati, ali koliko će još ovo trajati, to samo Bog zna.
That the powerful countries of the West have taken so long talking and not following their talk with action.
Za ove vladajuće zemlje koje su.
Perhaps they were privately hoping.
Puno vremena samo za razgovor.
Destroyed and finished. But this is what did not happen. So Allah did not permit the situation to destroy Bosnians and Bosnia. So that is my hope. From what Allah did, as against their plans and strategies, makes me very hopeful that inshallah something better will emerge out of it ultimately.
Oni misle da će tako potrošiti vrijeme i da će sva Bosna biti uništena, tako da će potrošiti vrijeme dok oni razgovaraju. Međutim, to ne ide ka tom cilju i on je vrlo zadovoljan. On se zaista nada da njihovi planovi, njihova strategija neće se ostvariti kako su oni planirali oko Bosne.
Hoće li oni nama pomagati kad mi odemo u Bosnu?
Will you still help us when we go back to Bosnia?
Of course we will be with you forever, inshallah.
Naravno, mi ćemo biti s vama zauvijek ako Bog da.
Once this tie is made, it will never break. Because this bondage between us, this bond between us, is a spiritual bondage, a bond from Allah. It's like the hablullah, which can never break.
To prijateljstvo između nas, to je od Allaha i to nikada ne može prepuknuti, ne može se prekinuti.
Ja imam tamo 8 braće.
I have 8 brothers in Bosnia, there in Bosnia.
Ocho means 8?
8.
Right.
Sarajevo,
Sarajevo.
Zenica,
Breza,
Breza, wherever.
Right.
5 sestara.
5 sisters.
Different places in Bosnia.
Yes.
Sve su različitim mjestima u Bosni.
And
Yeah.
does she still keep contact with them?
Imaš li kontakt s njima?
Slabo, samo
Just sometimes.
Does she have their addresses?
Rane, traži.
They need food.
I know, but does she have their addresses?
Odjeću.
Imaš li adrese njihove?
Imam.
Yes, she's got.
She should give the addresses to the
Trebaš da
team
se
which is
adres.
living, and we'll send them some things, particularly in
On će
parcels,
poslati njima maksuz nešto.
Ja.
inshallah, and they'll be very
Boga.
happy to hear from her.
Thank.
We'll do it on her behalf. Right.
Tako da će to uraditi kao u tvoje ime.
Mam zeta. Kako se kaže
ये
zeta?
collect
He's got
करवाएं सारे
son-in-law.
एड्रेसेस यहाँ के
Yeah.
जो चीज़ें भेजना चाहते हैं उनको हदायत करें जो जमात के दोस्त हैं उनमें स्पेशली उनके नाम पैक करा के उसको साथ लेके जाएं प्लीज
Jes rekao.
She's got son-in-law.
What?
Also, son-in-law in Bosnia.
son-in-law as
Yeah.
well.
Jest. Rot. U ratu.
Is
He's
she here alone
inviting-
by herself?
Ja.
Alone, yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
His
Yeah.
wife and children are
Ja,
here.
ovo je njegovo dijete i on.
Huh?
Je.
Acha, they are with her.
Yeah.
Da ovo mi je šćer.
And who's she? This
She
girl.
is her daughter.
Daughter, one daughter,
Oh.
and that one?
Yes.
Yes.
She's also a
Ovo mi
daughter?
je
Yeah,
unuk.
that is granddaughter.
Yes.
Neka si ne-
Whose granddaughter?
Yes.
She's granddaughter.
And daughter, that is the daughter?
That is daughter.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
And her husband
Her husband is in Bosnia and fighting.
still fighting there.
Yeah.
2
You see,
godine
this is
reći
why I say
ustane.
Bosnians, Muslims are the bravest people in the world. Under such stresses, such terrible, state of affair,
Da je puno,
They have
da
not
su
broken
to
down.
ljudi koji su.
they meet you with smiling faces and you cannot realize how much they are suffering within.
Oni i pored, Bosanci su takvi ljudi da čuvaju osmijeh pored toliko nasilja koje im je napravljeno.
Je.
Unbelievable, I'm sure no one else in the world can put up a brave face, a
Da
brave
niko na
smiling face
svijetu
like
ne
they
može
do.
to zaustaviti i vaš osmijeh kao što vi imate.
Allah bless.
Ništa.
I keep praying for them regularly, never forget.
Ja redovno molim Allaha za
And
vas,
that is I
nikad ne
keep reminding
zaboravljam.
my Jamaat.
I čuvam to u pamćenju u mom džamatu da se svi mole za Bosnu i
And
za Bosance.
daily, without fail, daily I receive so many letters from all over the world which mention Bosnia and their regard and their concern, and they say we cry to Allah, we pray to God,
Yeah.
and they are really feeling this like
Yeah.
they are Bosnians
I ljudi
themselves.
širom svijeta pišu njemu pisma o tome da se oni mole Allahu za nas, za Bosance i za Bosnu.
Kako ćemo li da klanjamo Lambarovu?
She would like to tell you she go regularly in mosque to pray.
Mashallah.
She is very
Alhamdulillah.
glad with this.
Ja i moj sin.
She and her son.
Right. Allah bless them, the whole family, and may
Ma-
Allah improve
Allah
the
će vas
situation there
blagosloviti, Allah vas blagoslovi.
Daj.
sooner than we expect, and may the family be united again.
I da vaša familija skoro
Then
bude
inshallah I would
zajedno.
love to come and meet them in their home.
I tada ću ja doći da vas upoznam u vašoj kući.
Daj.
Inshallah.
Bujrum, do you know what is
And
Bujrum?
Yes.
you shouldn't forget
Welcome.
to make me a hot cup of coffee.
Je.
Da mu napraviš ono toplu kafu.
Može.
Inshallah.
And warm welcome, of course.
Jazakallah.
A big heart for all Ahmedis,
I
I
know.
think. Da kažem da imam veliko srce za sve Ahmedi.
Next interview. Would you like to? Is that your mother? Your mother?
My mom tell everything.
Auntie.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Your name is?
My name is Razia.
Razia.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Very well known name in
I'm
Pakistan.
from Sarajevo. It's near Sarajevo. Just
Right.
About 20 kilometers. I've got 2 boys with me.
They are here with you.
Yeah.
You
I
are
was
one of
in
them?
Bosnia.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? What's your name? Harith. Oh, that's a good name. Lovely name. And you have learnt English well, haven't you? Good. And your brother? That one? Come here. Meet me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. What's your name? Please face in that direction so that people can see you. What's your name?
Morris.
Morris.
Yeah.
One is Haris, one is Morris. Haris is a Muslim name and Morris is...
Maurice. Maurice.
Morris.
Yeah.
Morris, yes, yes. You know the meaning?
Znaš li znači?
Huh? I see. And you know the meaning of Haris? Haris is the one who tills the land, who is an agriculturist, who is a farmer. That is called Haris. And it's also used metaphorically for somebody who cultivates things, you know, and becomes a productive person. And this man is Muris. Muris is the one who is inherited by others. So he leaves a large legacy of good things and this and that. And other people, future generations, would inherit these good qualities from this boy. Good. Right? Now, translate this and then tell them what I've said, if you remember.
I can't.
Just tell them that they have good names. I'm very
Da
happy to
imaju
meet them.
dobra imena, lijepa
Allah
imena i da
bless them and they may they grow to become big people in the world, in the sight of Allah
On se
particularly.
nada da će oni izrasti u dobre ljude.
I ja sam to mi još rekao jedan hođa u Bosni da sam bio.
So other things that she would like to tell about her. Anything else she would like to tell about herself?
I've got husband in Bosnia. He's still in Bosnian army. We didn't see him 2 years, longer than 2 years.
Do you know the address? Address?
I think.
You think? You also give the address of your husband, and we will send this video as well with the party.
Poslaćemo mu također ovaj
So
video
if
sa
they
ove
can
party,
make
da
a
može da vas
contact
vidi.
with the family, your family, then they will show them this video. They will see you and the children and my talking to
Tako će on
them.
vidjeti vas.
And they will also take a video and bring that video here.
Također će ponijeti video, tako
But
pa
I
će
do
ponijeti tebi
hope
traku
that the
snimak, da
address
ti
still
njega
holds
vidiš.
good. I hope so.
Ja se
It
nadam
will
da.
be really nice because I haven't got any picture from you.
You haven't? Inshallah, tell them. We'll
Yeah.
have still photos as well as videos brought from there.
Very sad.
Inshallah.
Mi ćemo svakako Bog da ponijeti ovaj video, snimke, pa i uzet ćemo tamo snimak od njega, slike da se vi možete
And
vidjeti.
her father, this child's father, this little girl,
Gdje je tvoj otac?
he's here? Acha, acha.
He was always cry if her auntie cry.
Of course, that's understandable. Yes.
Yeah,
It's very good of her. She's soft-hearted.
yeah, tako
She
i ti
suffers
imaš
for
mekano
others.
srce.
And tell her, inshallah, things will turn out to be good. Just
Ako
don't
Bog
worry.
da, stvar će se promijeniti na bolje.
She's grown tall, but she seems to be very young.
Da si ti narasla, da izgledaš jako mlada.
Some girls, grow very tall at very young age.
Yeah,
And
my
people
daughter.
think they are big, but they are
Yeah.
small babies.
still babies,
Yes.
children.
My younger sister, her name is Amatul Jamil. The same thing happened to her. She was hardly 10 years old, not of the age where they observe parda, and she looked very old, very, young in her teenage. So my father was once traveling by railways, by train, to Sindh. And at a station, there was a large number of Ahmadis who had come to meet him, where the train stopped. People used to come around. And he just looked back and saw my younger sister, who was just a child, looking out from the window and pressing her face against the window, and he was so embarrassed. He thought everybody would think that it's a grown-up girl, and she doesn't observe parda, and she's doing like this. So he told us, he felt very uneasy and embarrassed about the situation. Until, they stood in a way that he was facing the train. He had gone on the other side and people were facing him. Some people were facing this way, some that way.
Yeah.
This is how the crowd stand. So that was the reason why he was so uneasy. Some people must be seeing that little girl
Yeah.
looking so big and grown up. So suddenly she started licking the glass with her tongue. And then my father was so relieved. Now everybody would know she's a mere child. no grown-up girl could ever
Kaže,
do it.
ponekad djeca porastu tako velika da drugi ljudi misle da su puno stariji nego što jesu, a oni su mladi i normalno ostaju djeca. On se sjeća njegove mlađe sestre, imala jedva teško 10 godina kad je putovala sa njegovim ocem. Negdje su putovali i na stanci je bilo puno Ahmedija tih iz džemata koji su htjeli da ga pozdrave, da ga dočekaju. A onda je on okrenuo se pozada i vidio nju kako ona je prilijepila svoje lice u staklo. Onda je osjećao se sramotan zbog tog, kao mnogi će misliti da je to odrasla djevojka, vidi šta radi. Poslije toga je on vidio da ona u stvari liže onda to staklo, pa onda rekao ipak će svi vidjeti da je to dijete kad to radi.
Right. So she reminds me of my younger sister.
Tako da posjeća se na njegovu mlađu sestru.
Yes, please.
I just want to say big thank you for Ahmadiyya people. They've really with us from the start. I haven't got any bad words.
Ja sam vrlo zadovoljna sa Ahmedijama, veliko hvala. Oni su s nama od početka.
Selam alejk.
Wa alaikum salam, rahmatullah.
Mi smo jedna familija iz Sarajeva ovdje u Manchesteru smješteni.
Yeah, one family from Sarajevo now in Manchester.
They're not related to each other. I said, your wife. Right. So please, tell to continue.
Mi smo dobro ovdje, fino nam, ali imamo problema za roditelje, familiju, svi su ostali tamo.
We are quite well here, but we are worried about family who still in Bosnia.
They have a large family left behind?
Imate li puno familije koji su tamo ostali?
Imam roditelje, 3 brata, sestru.
Parents, 3 brothers, sister.
Yeah. Children.
How many have come over, either to England or to Germany or other countries?
Koliko njih mnogo može izaći iz Bosne da dođu u Njemačku ili neku drugu zemlju? Now it's very difficult to go out from Bosnia. I think no one can go out.
That's not what I'm saying. I say how many of the family members, say 50% or less or more, have come out and how many are left behind? Yes, you tell.
Koliko mnogo familije je napolju van Bosne, a koliko mnogo je...
I u Hrvatskoj imamo familiju.
Je li većina vani na sigurnom ili je većina u Bosni?
U Bosni.
Most of them in Bosnia.
A u Hrvatskoj refugee camp imam sve.
In Croatia some of them.
Sestra od muža, djeca.
Sister-in-law and children.
But those in Croatia, I think it's easier for them to come over to Western Europe.
It is, yeah.
Yes. Have they ever tried something?
Mislim da je iz Hrvatske lakše doći ovamo. Jeste li vi nešto probali da vam dođu ovamo?
Pisali smo u home office, ali nisu dozvolili.
Yes, they try something, but...
And who are her children here? Are there any?
Koji su tvoja djeca?
Aha, you are her daughter. Right, and he's also your father. They're your parents. Good. And that boy, assalamu alaikum, come here. Assalamu alaikum. Come here, like this, and show your face to the audience, to the viewers. Eh? What's your name?
Imsad.
Imsad?
Yeah.
What does Imsad mean?
I don't know.
I could trace their names to their original form, but Imsad I can't understand. What could it be?
Ova imena dolaze od originalnih imena, a ovo njegovo ne znamo odakle dolazi.
All Bosnian Muslim names are meaningful Muslim names. Only the pronunciation in some cases has changed to a degree that they are no longer traceable to the original world. So that is why in some cases we can't understand the meaning. But in most cases the meanings are obvious. They have the Arabic root or sometimes Persian root.
Neka oni su
arapska
imena, neka perzijska.
And how old are you, please? 11. Are you studying here, a student?
I go to school.
Well, go to school. And which is the grade in which you are studying? Which grade of your class? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6? 7. Right.
Yes, 7.
Right. And you have learnt English well enough, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can fluently write and express yourself? Very good, very clever, mashallah. Also continue to read Bosnian literature. Do you have any Bosnian literature? Not much. You see, I would like them to see see to it that their children continue to receive some supply of Bosnian literature. As far as the religious literature goes, we are preparing that in large number now, inshallah. There will be no dearth of that. But they should also have the classical literature from Bosnia, like children's stories which they were taught in their schools, and like other education small booklets for children. And if they don't have, I would like to inquire from other camps. If some children have brought these things, I would like to republish them here and distribute it to the Bosnian families. It's very essential for them to keep their link with Bosnia alive, and in case of children, it is highly important for them to continue to read the literature which was taught there in Bosnia, in schools with young children, right?
Da je vrlo važno da čitaju neke knjige i priče i tako na bosanskom jeziku. Ako nemaju, oni će probati pozajmiti iz drugih kampova od Bosanaca, pa će to umnožiti da bi naša djeca imala to da čitaju, jer je to jako važno da čuvaju svoj jezik i svoj identitet kroz jezik.
Inshallah. So, you have to say something?
No.
No? Nothing?
Yeah.
You have, huh? What are you already holding? Come here now. Show your face. People are so used to seeing you sitting on my lap that they'll protest to me if I don't repeat the same again.
Yeah.
Huh? They will write notes of protest, angry notes. Why didn't you pick that child again and put him on your lap? So now tell me what you have to say. Say Assalamu alaikum to all, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullah.
Wa rahmatullah.
Right. Huh? And say something which you would like to say.
Our next Eid convoy goes into the heart of Bosnia Herzegovina. Yes. Cash, medicines and non-perishable food. Non-perishable food is now
being collected held, leaving Europe 6th of May 1994.
Yeah.
This is Khudam al-Ahmadiyya, publication, which is largely distributed among Ahmadis, telling them that the convoy is about to leave for Bosnia, and whatever aid they can provide by way of food, articles of clothing, etc., they should not delay it any further, because the convoy is just about to leave. You can also make this announcement.
Konvoj će uskoro ići za Bosnu, u sredinu Bosne. Možete poslati, ako želite, što želite za svoje. Ovdje obavijest o tom. Sljedeći konvoj ide u srce Bosne i Hercegovine. Možete dati u gotovini, u lijekovima, i nekvarljiva hrana je početa skupljati. Molim vas, pomozite. Napuštanje Evrope 6. maja 1994. godine. Can they send on personal name? Some food and personal name.
That's right. That is exactly what I was just telling you. That we discussed this matter last night with the president of Khudam al-Ahmadiyya Youth of UK, and they plan this time not only to take the general food aid, but particular gifts for particular names and addresses.
Dakle, ovo je vrlo važna informacija.
That's a good way of contacting them.
Ja, specifičnost
ovog puta.
I'll tell them
also, whenever they find somebody who is related to someone in England, to take his photo, his video, etc., and deliver something special on behalf of the people here. And when they return with those videos, then it will make them so happy.
Dakle, ovim vas obavještavamo da možete poslati videokasete, slike, pisma, pakete, šta uopšte želite da pošaljete svojima u Bosnu, da se prijavite da to pošaljete sa našim konvojem koji ide direktno u Bosnu. Mi ćemo vam to uručiti i ako oni budu imali za vas nešto poslati kao slike, kasete i tako, mi ćemo vam to donijeti natrag za Britaniju.
And now this is the first sitting on my left is the last to speak. He has not introduced himself, has he? Have you introduced yourself? Not yet.
Yes,
You have?
Yeah. He was first.
Yes, I'm prvi.
He spoke first on something, but not introducing himself, did he? I know. Huh? Like others have been talking and telling us more about themselves, the background,
Da
the
nešto kažeš
relatives in
više o
Bosnia.
sebi.
So I would
Ili o
like
Bosni,
him
ili šta
now.
hoćeš uopšte da pitaš i da kažeš.
Yes, please. Yes. Very clever boy, mashallah.
Moje ime je Huso Spahić. Ja sam
You are going to translate
rođen,
now.
živio sam u Semzovcu sve do ovoga rata koji se mi nismo nadali, nismo bili spremni, nismo ga spremno dočekali.
His name's Husus Pahic, as they already have said. He used to live in Semzovat till the unexpected war started. They weren't expecting the war or anything.
Bio sam u ratu dok naše selo nije palo.
I've been in a war till our place didn't, till the Serbs didn't come to in our place.
I onda su me zarobili su nas četnici.
And then the Serbs took us to this camp, all the people from the place.
Bili smo u kasarni u Semzovcu negdje oko 15 dana.
We were in a camp in Semzovat for 15 days.
How long did you remain in the camp?
Pardon?
For how long did you remain in the camp?
15 days.
15 days. Your father? Were you with him as well?
I did.
Pa su nas onda prebacili u neke garaže gdje je bio samo beton, samo na betonu smo bili.
I don't know supposed to.
A žene su pustili kući.
Then after 15 days they let all the women and children go, and they took all the men to some garages. They only had the floor, they didn't have any carpets on it or anything.
Bio sam izgubio težini 22 kilograma.
He lost 22 kilograms when he was in the
During that period?
Yeah.
They lost how much weight?
22 kilograms.
I srećom i uz pomoć dragog Allaha uspio sam pobjeći iz logora.
And he was lucky because God helped him a lot, and he managed to escape from the camp.
I došao sam u Hrvatsku i otišao u ambasadu.
Did you all escape together as a family?
No, first they let all the women and children go, and
You left first.
Yeah.
And how did you escape? They permitted you to leave.
Yeah.
But how did you go across the border? Did you leave Bosnia or you went to Sarajevo? Where were you captured?
In a camp, right. We're first in a camp, then they say that.
You're kept in a camp?
Yeah.
But from where were you captured? From which town they took you to the camp?
From Semzovat, that was a bit far away from Sarajevo.
Right.
And then they said that we can all go, just women and children.
Okay, but then where did you go then afterwards?
We went to this place about 5 miles away from our own town.
Only 5 miles from the camp?
Yes.
You didn't go further?
No.
You didn't want to leave your father, etc. behind alone, so you wanted to remain very close to them.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. So also tell this in Bosnian, because now we have been talking in English, the Bosnians wouldn't know what we're talking about. You can say that in Bosnian what we talked. Okay?
Kako nismo daleko odšli od našeg mjesta, da bili blizu tebe i oni sve ostale familije nisu daleko odšli, da bili blizu ostali roditelja i sve.
I kaže da je zajedno sa mnom i dvojica braće zarobljena, jedan je ostao i još se nikad ništa ne zna za njih.
And there was in the camp with other people from our place and 2 brothers. And one of his brothers stayed there, and we don't know anything about him for about 2 years, even more.
28. aprila 92. godine smo zarobljeni.
We were put in a camp at 28th of April 1992.
I onda sam došao u Zagrebu, ambasadu od Velike Britanije, vi ste već bili ovdje i dali su i mene vizu, ja sam došao za ovdje.
And then he managed to escape, and he came to Croatia in a British embassy.
He escaped by himself or with some other friends?
By himself.
Alone?
Yeah.
That was a very brave act on his part indeed. And how did he find his way across
Well,
to
through the
Croatia?
woods.
Huh?
Through the woods and things.
What?
Through the woods and then on
Through the woods.
Yeah.
And how long did it take him to cross the borders into Croatia?
Koliko ti je trebalo da dođeš da ideš iz Sembzovca do Hrvatske?
Pobjegao iz kampa.
Ovo išao sam skoro mjesec dana jer nisam imao nikakvih papira, sve su mi oteli i poderali.
Nearly about a month, because he didn't have any papers or anything with him.
Yes, for a month he roamed about by himself,
Yeah.
took care of himself through the jungle, wood and deserted areas. And how did he keep himself alive? What did he eat during that period?
Like, you go through these places.
What?
Go through the places and you might know some people.
Ask him. I would like to hear from him. Huh?
Kako si jeo i to sve?
Kako si uopšte ostao toliko dugo živ, kako si se brinuo o sebi, šta si jeo i kako si to sve preživio?
Nailazio sam na sela jer su vamo sela bila muslimanska i hrvatska, a tada još sa Hrvatima se nije bilo zaratilo.
It goes through the villages and it goes
That means he did not always keep to the jungle or the woods.
No.
He, occasionally, when there was a Muslim town, he knew there was a Muslim town.
Yeah.
He went into the town and sought their help.
Yes.
And then after resting a little while, then he moved on from there to another one. Huh?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That is how he kept moving towards Croatia. And what about at the border? Was there any military or police force guarding the borders, and how did they treat him? How did they permit him to go across without any papers?
Kad si prolazio, je li tu zaustavila policija ili nešto kako?
Nisam nigde na granicu smio ići, ja sam išao preko šume. Gdje god su bile barikade, ja sam šumom išao.
Like, when he sees there was police there, you used to go through the woods and try not to get to, because if he gets there, they would stop him because he don't have any papers or anything. So he used to go
he
around.
kept watching, hiding in some place,
Yeah.
watching the police moving around up and down the border, and when he got a chance to go unperceived, then he crossed over. Is that what you say?
Yes.
Right.
I kad sam došao u Zagrebu u ambasadu, vjerovali su mi na riječ, dali su mi vizu bez ikakvih mojih dokumenta.
And then when he got to Croatia, he went to British Embassy.
British Embassy?
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, he knew that we were in England. And they believed him, because they didn't have any papers. And they believed him that we were there because they found out we were there in such and such a place. So they gave him the papers.
I kad sam došao vamo u džamiji sam Vasima upoznao.
And then he came to England, and when we went out for a dinner to the mosque in the mosque side, we met Vasim.
I zahvalan sam im zato što su najviše nas oni kao muslimane prihvatili.
And thank you very much for treating us like Muslims. You're the only people who treat us like Muslims.
Nothing to thank us about. What we did was very little. I mean, we wanted to do so much, but we have limited powers, so nothing to thank us for. It's Allah who has done this favor to you and to us to be able to help you a little bit.
To je samo malo od onog koliko su oni željeli. Oni žele jako puno i željeli su jako puno, ali su limitirani svojim raznim okolnostima, znaš i sam. To je ograničeno, ograničava njihovog želju.
And how did he manage to bring you to England afterwards? Or had you arrived here before?
We came before him.
I see. So, was it in the knowledge of the embassy at Croatia that his family had already reached England? Did they know it?
Jesu li znali da ste vi ovdje, ili britanska ambasada u Zagrebu znala da je njegova familija ovdje u Britaniji?
Najvjerovatnije da su provjerili su i znali su da su.
Probably they check it before.
That's what I say. Otherwise, they might not have permitted him to come over. When he mentioned their names, etc., they must have checked through computers if they had reached England or not. And because they were here already, so it proved to be a passport for him as well.
Su oni vjerovatno provjerili to s kompjuterom, jer tvoja familija zaista ovdje ime i sve, inače ne biste mogli pustiti bez pasoša.
Ja nisam imao dokaza da su oni ovdje, ja ništa nisam imao.
They didn't have any proof that we were in England, so they probably have checked.
And do you go to school yourself?
Yes.
You have not introduced yourself. All the rest are introduced. Now speak about yourself.
My name's Elvisa. I'm 13 years old. I live in Eccles. Go to year 8 in high school.
In which class were you studying in Bosnia?
I should be year 8 now.
Should be grade 8?
Yeah.
And now you are studying here in England?
Yeah.
In which grade?
Year 8.
The same?
Yeah.
Right. And are you doing well?
Yeah.
You feel it quite easy for you to negotiate in English and put yourself across on paper?
Yeah.
Very good. And are you good in every subject?
Most of them, yeah.
Most of them. Which one is more difficult?
Science.
Science. Which science subject?
Physics.
She knows everything about her.
Yes. Was the science standard in the schools in Bosnia quite high? Was it equal to the standard here in the schools in England?
I don't know, because I used, before all the trouble, I was in year 5, and we start learning science when you go to year 6, so I didn't learn science then.
I see. So you don't know?
No.
That's right. Yes. Good. And you have 2 brothers here, I know. One brother?
One brother.
One brother. And any other brothers or sisters at home?
No.
This is the family?
Yes.
The whole family? So I'm very happy to meet you, although meeting you also brings sorrow. You know, the memory of your plight and your suffering is revived whenever we meet Bosnians and hear things from them. Sometimes it's very difficult to hold your emotions and control yourself. But at the same time, meeting you from close also brings happiness, to be able to talk to you, to be able to do something to help you, to share your misery with us and to try to share whatever comfort we have with you. So it's a very, very unique situation where sorrow and happiness go hand in hand together. So I hope in the passage, in the long run, inshallah, the sorrows will be left behind and buried in the past, and happiness will continue to live. Tell them what to say.
Da im je drago što smo se upoznali i ono.
Da u isto vrijeme poznanstvo sa Bosancima ga rastužuje, sviju ih rastužuje zbog tog nasilja koje je nama učinjeno. A u isto vrijeme su i sretni zbog nas kad nas upoznaju svaki put kad bude sa Bosancima. Da je vrlo teško kontrolisati ta osjećanja kada sjedi sa Bosancima, kao što sam rekla, zbog tog nasilja koje nam je učinjeno, njih to vrlo rastužuje. I da im je teško kontrolisati ta osjećanja kad su s nama, a isto vrijeme su i sretni kad nas upoznaju, jer prije toga je rekao da misli o nama da smo dobri ljudi, da smo fini ljudi. A on se nada da će poslije da će ostati samo ta sretna strana, da nećemo rastuživati ljude svojim sudbinama, da će se zaspaliti, da će ostati
I'm told that the time is almost over. So we take leave, all of us take leave from the audience of viewers who are watching us. And I tell them Assalamu alaikum on your behalf, and you also say Assalamu alaikum to all and wave to them. Will you? Wave to the viewers who are watching us. Tell them we are about to leave now. And Assalamu alaikum. God bless you all. And God bless. Okay. And you raise your hand. Yes, say Assalamu alaikum. Okay.